Hey everyone, Amy Welch, Independent Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I wanted to share my tips today for momentum. I hear so many people say, oh, my team has lost momentum, or how do I get my team's momentum back? Well, I have some tips that have worked for me and I think are going to work for you. The very first tip, it's going to sound like it's repetitive, but it's your mindset. You must have a positive mindset in this business, and that absolutely affects momentum. The minute you start thinking, oh, we've lost momentum, that is a negative mindset, right? You need to have an unshakable belief, not only in Plexus, the company, and Plexus, the products, but also in network marketing. And you have to have a belief that you are going to be successful. That mindset is what's going to carry you through and keep that momentum going. Now, you also must have a bold confidence. That's my favorite word lately. A bold confidence in what you're doing and in your business that just pours out of you. People see it. Your posture, the way you carry yourself, that affects your momentum. You've heard a lot of the tips on how to talk to people about Plexus. You always want to assume the sale and your language, but I'm just talking about your confidence overall. Okay, and your mindset. You have to have that unshakable belief. So whatever you have to do to get that belief, you have to do it. Remember when you first joined? Maybe you're brand new. Maybe you've been here for 2 years. You need to capture that excitement, that fun, and that belief that you had when you first started sharing Plexus, okay? Whatever that takes to fill your belief cup, that's what I like to call it, you have to do it. So for me, personally, I know that I get my Plexus cup filled when I go to opportunity events in person, when I hear testimonies, and when I'm around other ambassadors. So when you want to kick up the momentum and you feel like your belief might be lacking, do whatever you have to do to get that back, right? Because no one is effective with an empty cup. Even your team, if they are not having that unshakable belief, help them. If you have it, they can lean on your belief. I want to give you a quick example. When I was a senior Ruby, I had it in my head that I wanted to hit Emerald in October. It was my birthday month, but that was only 2 months away. And my upline, Sarah Taylor, told me, okay, Amy, you can do it, but you have to add 100 people in the next 2 months. 100 in this month and 100 in the next month if you want to hit Emerald. Well, the most my team had ever added was 45 people. And of course, what did I tell her? I said, no way, you're crazy, it's not going to happen. But as my sponsor, her belief in me was bigger than my self-doubt. And she helped me to see that that was achievable and that I could do it. Now, I had no idea how, but I changed my mindset. I believed it with all my heart, and I could picture myself in that Lexus in October. And you know what? It happened. So mindset is huge. The other thing, my next tip, is team culture. What is the culture on your team, right? Whether you have one person or you have 2,000 people, team culture is something important, and it's something you want to think about. I think the most important thing is that you are building relationships and that you are friends with the people on your team. Your number one priority should be getting their product testimony. It should not be getting their welcome packs, getting their orders, their PV, or their points. That is not a good team culture. It should be wanting them to have success on the products. Number one, we want everyone's health testimony. Number two should be their success in their business, right? But what is your team culture? Is that the culture that's on your team page? Even if you don't have a team page, is that the culture you have in your interactions with the people on your team? Look, people want to be a part of something bigger, something fun, something that makes them excited and that they want to be a part of. They don't want any complaining or negativity, okay? So what is the team culture that you are creating? What is it that you currently have? If you aren't sure, ask someone on your team. Ask them to be authentic with you. Now, you have to be able to take what they say and take that criticism, but they will be able to tell you what that culture is. Another thing, if you have a team page and you are just copying posts from other team pages, people see that. I promise you. You might say, well, no, they don't know I'm taking that from somebody else. They do. And if you don't believe me, ask someone on your team. They can tell when you are not being your authentic self. If you're literally just copying and pasting and not putting any thought into it, that tells them you really don't care about them. You're really not putting in the time and the effort as their leader. Are they seeing you in person? Now, I'm not saying you have to do videos. I know a lot of people, videos are not their strength. But what is your strength? Okay? Share that with your team. Be vulnerable, be authentic. If you have local team members, go out to lunch. Have in-person coffees or meetings. Just build that relationship. I just think team culture is so big and that affects your momentum. Nobody wants to run hard and fast if they're not having fun on the team and they're not feeling appreciated and valued and you're not pouring into them and their cup's empty. Whether you have one or you have, 1,000, are you really caring about their success? So check out your team culture. My next tip for momentum is going fast. How are you getting people started on Plexus? On our team, and this is from my upline, something I learned, we start hard and fast with the excitement, the support, and we really pour into people those first 90 days. We get them loving their products, and then the minute they're interested in the business, we start talking about Fast Start Gold, we get them to silver in 7 days. All of that fun and excitement in the beginning just feeds into that momentum. So that is definitely something you want to pay attention to. What are you doing in, the first week somebody joins, the first couple of days? Are you really having, and this kind of goes with your team culture too, are you really telling people about Fast Start Gold, encouraging people to get to silver and making it fun and exciting? I have 2 more tips left. My next one is goal setting. Guys, this affects your momentum. When I worked in my old job in corporate America, I didn't do goal setting because in my job, it was something, excuse me, I'm getting my notebook. It was something that you did to check a box and turn into HR, and then you never looked at it because you were too busy doing the real work. So when I started Plexus and I started hearing other Jules who were successful talk about goal setting, I thought, no, this is that silly, touchy-feely stuff. But it absolutely makes a difference. You must set goals. You must look at them every single day. And the most important part is you must have action behind them. You have to work towards it every single day. If you're somebody who lets your mind go negative and think, I can't do this, I lost somebody, I lost a customer, I haven't added anybody, my network's tapped, you are in that negative mindset. You're not going to look at your goals every single day. So all of this is connected. Whether it's a daily goal, a monthly goal, a rank goal, a PV goal, a customer goal, whether your goal is just to reach out to 3 new people every day, whatever it is, I want you to write it down and I want you to work at it every single day. If you are watching this and you want tips on momentum, you can't work your business just part of the time and not show up every single day, all right? So what I did, a lot of people have already seen my notebook when I started. I literally, every month, I'd write my goal. So I did it by rank, senior gold. I put how many points I needed, how many people I needed to add to my team, who on my team I could help get to silver, gold, so on. And then I would count it down because I like to see progress towards my goal. Now, does that mean I hit my goal every month? No. But when you don't hit your goals, you cannot get discouraged. You must just adjust the timeline. So set goals, but you have to have action behind them every single day or it's not going to work. My number 1 tip though for momentum, the pace of the leader determines the pace of the pack. If you are telling yourself your team has lost momentum, that is wrong. You, my friend, have lost momentum. Look in the mirror because I promise you it is something you have done, right? If you are not recruiting, your team won't be recruiting. If you are not posting and engaging, your team is not posting and engaging. If you are not working your business every single day, even behind the scenes that your team doesn't see, like with your follow-up and you're reaching out to new people, somehow in the universe, they pick up that energy. I promise you. If you're not messaging them, heck, even if you're not commenting on the team page or your upline's team page, if you're not participating in contests and video challenges, your team isn't either. If you do not show up, they are not going to show up, all right? Your team hasn't lost momentum. You have. Are you on the calls? Are you going to meetings? Are you hosting the events? Are you helping in launch parties that people are doing, all right? You don't have to be a perfect leader. You just have to show up and show your team that you are working your business and that you are determining the pace and the momentum that you want for your team. So I hope that was helpful, guys. Again, Amy Welch, thanks.